Singling out a county like Kiambu, we have of about more than 500 cases with DCI of fraudulent land buying companies. So the import of this was to try to tame them and register and license them. So in the bill, the principal object, that's number 2 on the principal object of the proposal is to amend the RAD Act 2012 to provide registration, licensing, and regulation of RAD dealing entities in order to protect the interested person buying from such companies. Its aim is to ensure that all the entities dealing in RAD are regulated and set a minimum licensing fees for registration and RAD dealing entities and impose penalties for non-compliance.
It's something that we should be proud of we should be proud of it, all of us, because many of us have been affected, actually. They've been affected, and there are so many Kenyans. Like even these constructions of riparian land, you might find that the guys have been conned, and that's why they find themselves there. We have this former member of parliament, a very good friend to Robi, called Manoti. Is the Langata property. They demolished that big building, and he says that it was sold to him. So it's a really, this is so real that we should do everything possible to make sure that at least we bring some sense into the sector.
So I welcome this proposal of amendments from Honorable Gidare, because not only being a member of this committee, but also a professional in the same field. So from the clauses that he mentioned here, I believe it holds water. And we're looking forward to interrogate further on the same.
I should confess I'm a victim of these entities. So we should put some measures to caution Kenyans who have been duped to invest in entities which there's no land actually. And we have seen a lot of advertisement going on, even in yesterday dailies, that there's some land which is being here somewhere. And you may end up seeing that these are nini bahari ambayo imeenda shamba iko hapo na hakuna kitu. So please go ahead.
Clause 54 under the new part 5A introduces a new provision regulating the provision of a certificate and condition of imposed by the registrar. Clause 54E under the new part 5A introduces a new provision regulating the issuance of certificate, displaying of certificate and penalty for non-display or display of an invalid certificate for the duration, validity a certificate, and transfer of certificate and penalty for such action. And clause 54F under part 5A introduces a new provision regulating rejection by the registrar an application for registration of a land dealing entity, the ground for rejection, and during the notification of the rejection. Clause 54G is a new part 5A, introduces a new provision regulating the cancellation of certificate, ground for cancellation, and notification of cancellation. Clause 54H under the new part 5A introduces a penalty for the offense committed under this part. Clause 3 of the bill introduces a new paragraph under the section 160 of the Act, empowering the Cabinet Secretary to make regulation and run dealing entities.